Yeah, it's Dr. Gitovu from Meru. By the way, where is Dr. Gitovu? You are not our cousin. You are our brother. Hi, bro. Wewe ni ndugu. Myself, I'm Meru. My mother is Meru. I am Kiana Kiamwari. Yeah? So, wewe ni ndugu. Yeah? The cousins are many, like Wekesa. Wapi Wekesa? Hai kuzo. Thank you. And let me tell you, this cousin movement is the greatest thing to have ever happened in Kenya. Because our cousins have been misused by RAILA for a long time. Long time. Every election cycle, he has been mobilizing my cousins from the Mlembe Nation, from the Kamba Nation, from the Luya Nation, from the Kisi Nation, from the Mijikenda Nation, from the Taita Nation, and mobilizing all those cousins and cheating them that he's taking them to Canaan. And because people have Canaan, my cousins fell for it for many years. The minute he gets there, he doesn't intend to be president. He has no such intention. He's not interested. He likes power, but with no responsibility. He doesn't want to take responsibility. So he creates problems. He is invited into government and starts eating. And that is why, like now, he is quiet. Because he's a very good observer of good manners. When you're on the table eating, you don't talk. So these cousins now have found their way as a family. And now all the cousins are talking the same language. So I saw Tinga the other day crying about cousins. He was crying in a funeral. Instead of mourning the late Phoebe Asio, he was mourning the loss of cousins from his grief. Because these cousins were mechanuka. And you know, the other day when he brought problems, he was invited to the table by Ruto to eat together. He forgot all the cousins and went alone. Yet he wanted these cousins to wait for him to mislead them every election. So wewe Tinga, well, let me tell you, don't talk about cousins. Keep off family matters. Hii ni mambo ya familia, si ndio? Mambo ya familia usiingilie. Wewe, so the cousin movement is a great thing, and all cousins, all in-laws, all the people of Kenya are one family now. And all the people of Kenya now are cousins opposed to abductions and extrajudicial killings, and they are all speaking the same language. So Gitovu talked about healthcare. We had a system called NHIF. It was struggling, but it was working. At least you could go to a mission hospital, get treated, and NHIF in one way or another will sort you out to a certain extent, and you are struggling with a small percentage. So what we needed to do was improve on NHIF, and all we needed was 800 million Kenya shillings to reform the system and make it working. Instead, William Ruto threw it out, brought another system, another animal called SHA and SHIF, at a cost of 104 billion Kenya shillings to replace NHIF, and it is not working, and that money has been stolen. As we speak, the hospitals have said that civil servants must pay in advance because SHA does not help. I am amazed by the work by the health system here in the US. For the time I've been here, I've interacted with many of you who are in the health sector. We have a health system that works. And you guys, when we form a new administration, we rely upon you to come and work with us and help us put in place a working healthcare system, a replica of what is happening in this great nation. You guys know it, you have done it, and you are the guys who are driving the healthcare system here in the US. Most Kenyans are in the health sector, true or false? And you guys, we have a lot we can learn from you, and you can come and assist us. Matters education, Mwai Kibaki, the third president of the Republic of Kenya, who left a rich legacy in Kenya of free primary education. All that has been destabilized, and kids are at home. Money meant for free primary education has been stolen by William Ruto. The money is stolen from the National Treasury, channeled through the National Intelligence Service, and withdrawn in cash every Friday and given to William Ruto. He keeps most of it, gives a little to that soprano guy to go around the country bribing voters. And that is all that is happening in Kenya. Every day they carry cash in helicopters. The other day they were in a place called Bobasi in Kisii. There were 16 helicopters. They were almost having an accident in the air because of the sheer number of helicopters. The cost of the event is 3 times what they are giving, because a helicopter is $1 million shillings. 16 helicopters is 16 million. This is money that was meant for education. Kids are at home. University education, we had a beautiful program called HELP, Higher Education Loans Board. Most of you are beneficiaries, I included. He has put it aside and brought a mongrel of a system that is not working. Most of our kids are at home. They cannot access university education. The economy has come to a standstill. Pending bills have not been paid for 3 years. People who did work for government are being auctioned. Unfortunately, even when their properties are being advertised for sale by public auction, they are not being sold because there is nobody to buy. Nobody has money. Overtaxation. Too many levies. The pay slip has been raided and made dysfunctional. So there is huge outcry by the middle class back home. And all these things we need to fix. But the most annoying is the violation of human rights, that nobody can say anything about what is going on. If you say something, a Subaru comes and picks you up and you disappear. Young people are being abducted and taken to court on trapped up charges of terrorism, despite the fact they have committed no crime at all. So that's the situation back home, and that is why I and others have joined hands with the people of Kenya to say that we want to have a change in government, and we are working on it, and it's going on well, only that is a little bit too far away. I've listened to that moving story of Anthony Mbuthia, a survivor of the Kiambaa Church. Some MPs from Rift Valley have been shouting at me that I should not talk about that matter. We must talk about it, because history informs the present, and the present informs the future. The scars of Kiambaa Church are evident with Anthony here, and he has done well to document that history. We forgive, but we have not forgotten. And we are saying never again shall we ever allow what happened in Kiambaa and in the Rift Valley ever to happen again. Kenyans must be allowed to make their choices freely on who is to govern them, who is to lead them, without any reprisals from anybody for whatever reason. As we seek that change, where do you come in? You guys, you don't know. You have such huge influence back home. The fact that you assist many families, you have a lot of influence. I want you to help us by talking to the people of Kenya and asking them to stay focused, not to be intimidated, and to join us in electing a new government. Your voice matters, and I have talked to many Kenyans, and I believe now we have a serious force here in the US that can help us to talk to the people back home so that they bring the change that we desire.